Welcome to the Cozy Vale. Seems as though Palia isn't going to be slowing down anytime soon on releasing ranching animals. So I figured I would make a tier list of all the animals currently out. But before we start, consider joining our cozy crew by subscribing to the channel. Now, on to the video. Please keep in mind that this is all opinion based, and it may or may not apply to your needs. First up, the Pecky. This animal only lays eggs, but you can have up to 10 of them at one time. If you do max them out at 10, you get an accomplishment for it. You can get up to 6 eggs at a time per Pecky, which means that you can get more than enough eggs than you will ever need. As of right now, I'm sitting at about 900 in my storage, so I have been using them mostly in my glowworm farm. I would say overall that this animal is on a C tier. The amount of gold isn't the best, and it is useful early on, but not really worth keeping more than a couple. The Tufflets, which are like pig creatures, can produce 6 random mushrooms at one time, and you can have up to 8 of these at one time as well. As far as I know of, there's no accomplishment for maxing these out, but I don't remember. You can use mushrooms for a variety of things, such as cooking, the loom to make muskin or whatever it's called, and worm farms as well. Again, much like the Peckies, they are really useful early on, and a couple of these is all you really need. I would say that these are slightly above the Peckies, so I would put them in the B tier. The cow-like creatures Ormuu was the ones I was most excited about coming to the game. Unfortunately, that excitement was met with underwhelming expectations. You can have up to 6 Ormuu at one time, which is great. I think you can get up to like 9 milk per Ormuu. Not only is milk low on the goat side, you can only really put it in worm farms and use it in cooking. And you'll get so much so quick that you won't even need these animals after you raise about 3 or 4 of them for a while. So as much as it pains me, I have to put these on the D tier, as they are probably one of the most useless creatures to actually keep, besides just being super cute. Bumbles, or bumblebees, whatever you want to call them, these little guys only produce honey, something that is a little more uncommon to be able to gather. Not really great for gold, of course. You can have 6 of these at one time. I would only recommend a couple, but it depends on your needs, because you can use these to get different fertilizers in your worm farm, and you can also use them for crafting, lures, and other things, and you can also use them in cooking. So overall, I would say they're probably in the B tier. Goobies are these cute little slime creatures. They will produce flowers for you, and they have a chance of getting some really good rarity flowers as well. For instance, they have a chance of getting you lotuses, heart drop lilies, and elderwood flowers. You can have up to 8 of these at once. I would highly recommend keeping max at all times, as they are also good for goat farming. You can use the flowers in crafting or in worm farms, or you can always sell it for a pretty good chunk of gold. So I would say overall, these definitely are in the S tier. Up next, we have the Boovar, or the bear creatures. These are currently my favorite ones that we have, as they have a chance of gathering any fish from Kilima Village. Yes, these fish will count just like you caught them. If you're going after those fishing accomplishments, these will actually count towards it if you've not caught them before. So that's pretty helpful. Fish or starved fish, and they can also drop a soggy sandwich. I think a basket as well, I'm not for sure, I've not seen that yet. Generally, just selling the fish alone can net you around 500 gold per bear. The only downside to these creatures is you can only have 4 at one time, and I recommend that you keep 4 of them at all times for sure. Again, this creature will go in the S tier as well. We have the Ferris, or ferrets. Unfortunately, these cute little guys are very underwhelming. You can, however, have up to 8 of them. They will drop apples, blueberries, and pitsky berries. If you do any farming at all, These creatures are almost useless. They don't really drop enough of the items, and as of right now, Pisky berries aren't really needed that much because they're pretty common in Elderwood, which is kind of weird that they would even put these in there. However, you can use the apples and blueberries in your preserve jars. But honestly, trees produce more anyway, so you'd be better off just planting one tree and not worrying about these animals. And less effort. So unfortunately, I had to put these creatures on a D tier until they buff them or change them, which could happen in the future. And the last but newest creature is a Roli, which is an armadillo looking creature. They're still slightly unknown at this point. You can have up to 8 of these at once, and they can produce 1 to 3 salt and 1 to 3 pink salt per Roli. Early on, they're really good to stock up on the salt at least. After that, they'll technically be useless. However, the pink salt is still unfamiliar territory. The pink salt sells for 50 gold each, which is pretty decent to be honest. But the only thing that pink salt does as of right now is just add value to your food that you cook. That's it. I think it's like probably extra 25 gold per dish, give or take. However, I'm going to say that we're probably going to see these on the next bulletin board, and that we'll probably see the pink salt in future recipes as well. So as of right now, I would say let's put it on the A tier until we can find out a little bit more. And that wraps up this video. Just remember, this is my opinions and yours may not be the same, which is actually great. Let me know in the comment section below what you agree or disagree with. I may also have to update this video or expand on it later on in the future. So if you like this video, make sure that you leave a like and share it with all your friends, as it does really help the channel grow and I deeply appreciate it. Until the next video, stay safe, stay cozy, but most importantly, have fun gaming.